Email and text messaging are essential for a well-rounded digital marketing campaign. The way I look at marketing is you've got to generate leads, and then you need to capture them, and then you need to convert them. And what I mean by that is when I say capturing, you need to capture contact information with them, phone number or email address, some sort of way to get in touch with them. And the better communication you have with your potential customers and your customers, the better your ability to sell to them. And so capturing a customer means having that contact information, and then you can more easily, more readily convert them. There are a couple different ways that you can capture those contact informations. Pop-ups on your website are great. You have to give them something. So for people to sign up for your newsletter or whatever you're going to call your communication stream, they want something in return. And so in a dream world, you'd say for exclusive content and for discounts and updates about the brand. Now that's in an ideal world. And if you've built a strong, interesting brand, people will sign up for that for free. But in your early stages, they're generally going to want something in return. And so if you're selling a physical product online, free shipping. Or maybe, and this is what's worked best for my company, is what we do is you come to our landing page and there's a pop-up that says, get a free stash bag. And what a stash bag is it's this little tiny coin purse, and it doesn't cost us much money. It costs us maybe $1 to make each coin purse, maybe $1.50. And we offer to give people a free stash bag. Now, in the fine print, it's free stash bag with your first backpack order. But when people see get a free stash bag, they say, ooh, I want one of those. And then they sign up. They give their contact information, and then they receive an automated message after that says, okay, you've signed up. Thanks for signing up. Here's your code to redeem your free stash bag with your first purchase. Just put in this discount code and the stash bag in your cart, and the price will be taken off. And that's what works really well for us, because we price the stash bag on our website for $10. And people perceive the value of what they're getting to be $10, but really it only costs us $1.50. Whereas if we were to give free shipping for a full backpack costs about $8 or $9. And so if we gave someone free shipping, we're giving away $9. Whereas a free stash bag, it's $1.50. And so you do the math. Their perceived values are equivalent, but their actual values are a great difference. And so maybe in your business, you can do something like that. If you run a restaurant, what is the cheapest item you could possibly offer? Maybe, I don't know, a soft drink, soda. How much does the syrup of soda cost you? Less than $1? How much? Less than 50 cents? It's got to be very, very low. And so if you had some sort of offer where it's like, sign up and get free soft drinks for the first month or something like that. And we're seeing that happen with a lot of these cafe businesses. I know Panera has something called the Sip Club. And basically when you sign up, you get your first couple months free. I mean, at least I got 3 months free of unlimited coffee. And what they do is they just have like, the big jugs of coffee, and you can self-serve yourself. Now, coffee is probably their least expensive product that they sell in terms of their actual costs. And so they figure if we can give that product for free, we can get them in the door and then upsell them later. And that's definitely a tactic that a lot of restaurants, I think, could take advantage of. Or if you're a barber or salon, maybe you do something, something very small for free, like a free like hair washing or something that costs very little, but the perceived value is much more. And that's how you can provide someone with value. You can get them to sign up for their communications. They feel like they're winning, and you are winning as well. And so that's the optimal marketing and selling outcome, is both parties feel like they've won. So you want to capture that contact information either from a pop-up on your website or just a sign-up form on your website. If you are someone who does a lot of in-person selling, then absolutely have some sort of QR code on your checkout register. And don't forget to give them value. They really have to be receiving value for them to want to give you their contact information. And so you can do that. Like I said, discounts are one thing, but if you can make people feel like they're really winning and it's not costing you that much money, that's the most ideal scenario. A couple tidbits about email versus text message marketing. Text messages get opened. Almost everybody opens all of their text messages, whereas emails go often unread. However, in my experience, our emails receive about 3 times more revenue contributed to them than text messages. And so that's worth just acknowledging. Both are important. I mean, text messages, if you're trying to get your message read, then text messages are really important. If you're trying to execute on, recapturing lost revenue, like abandoned checkouts or somebody who came to your website but didn't end up signing up for whatever you're selling, you can recapture them really well with email. But for long-term customer growth and communication, I definitely advise text messaging. I'm huge on text messaging actually right now because the open rates are ridiculous. Everybody opens their text messages. Now, the service, what service do you go with? Well, there's a couple. I highly recommend Klaviyo because it's just the best suite of communication products. Another option is MailChimp. And then there's SMS Bump. I don't like SMS Bump. I use that. I think it's all text messaging. They might be integrating some email nowadays, but I didn't have a great experience with them. They're not the best customer service. They're not the friendliest brand, in my opinion. They're kind of scummy, but that's aside of the fact. Klaviyo is a little bit more expensive, but they're going to get the job done. That's what I advise. But of course, you can use whatever you'd like. So when we talk about email and SMS, that's what text messaging is SMS marketing. There are things called flows. And what these are is they're automated messages that happen when a trigger event occurs. And what that means is maybe somebody signs up for your newsletter on your website. And when they sign up for that, it triggers the email or SMS platform to send an automatic message and put them into the flow, which in this case, we're talking about what we would call a welcome flow. And on a welcome flow, you're just telling them about the brand and you're slowly moving them down the funnel towards purchasing. And so when somebody signs up for your newsletter, maybe you said, sign up for the newsletter, get a free soft drink, and they sign up for it. They're expecting that first message is going to be their voucher, their discount code for the free soft drink. But that's not when you should stop those messages. You should then send them another message a couple days later and say, hey, have you thought about buying our meal kits? Or have you thought about if you sign up now, you can reserve a steak dinner and get 20% off. You're opening the floodgates to communicate the real product that you're trying to sell them, whatever that might be. Welcome flow. It just introduces them to your brand. This is a great opportunity to tell your brand story, to get them to really love who you are. And if you've got email and text messages going through, their texts are going to get seen. And so you can tell them about really important things about why your brand is better than the competitors. I mentioned earlier in this abandoned checkout or abandoned cart, and that's a really important flow too, because if you catch somebody who is showing that purchase or sign up intent and then doesn't follow through with it, if you can catch them soon enough, then you're going to be able to convert that much easier than if you just didn't communicate with them at all. And so this is how you recapture lost revenue. It is the most profitable flow that exists, and it's essential for anybody who's collecting that contact information. And if you're not collecting that contact information, then you don't have true ownership over your customer base. We've got another flow that's kind of important, and it's the re-engagement flow. And what that is it's like if somebody hasn't been to your restaurant or bar or salon for a long time, maybe 3 to 6 months, you send them a re-engagement flow, and they automatically can get put into it once you've built this flow. And basically you tell them, hey, come back. Like, where'd you go? Here's a 50% discount if you come in. And you just have to remind them that you're still there. Some people call this a sunset flow because it's like right as they're setting away, gone for good, you try to catch them before they leave forever. And then finally, a super profitable flow is an upsell flow. And basically that's when somebody signs up for your yoga class, you try to upsell them and say, hey, sign up for 4 more yoga classes. And if you do, this one is free, or something like that, where you can really convince them to buy more than they originally were thinking by giving them an offer that's too good to pass up. And so an upsell is really cool. And if somebody buys a package of whatever, you say, what if you bought 3 of them? Or you got this size. What if you got the size larger? You're going to want that size. And so that's how you can upsell someone. And you can only do those things if you have communication with your customers and your potential customers. And so email and SMS marketing is essential. So we just talked about the email and text message flows, which are automated, but another side of email and text marketing is the campaigns, which are one-off, like manual campaigns. And you send those out to the right people when special events are happening. And a couple examples are giveaways, new discounts. Maybe you've refilled your inventory of a certain product and you just want to let everyone know that they're back in stock. These are opportunities to just communicate with your people. Another example is maybe if you have released a podcast, you send the community an update. Hey, new podcast is out. These are all just opportunities to stay relevant. Again, mere exposure effect. And that's it. That's email and text message marketing. It is essential for building that communication, for building that brand loyalty so that eventually you can convert a one-time customer into a brand champion who then goes and tells their friends and brings you more and more business and becomes a regular customer. And if you can build that communication, if you can build that loyalty, then you've got customers for life.